welcome to Basket Pinas Predicts, powered by 1xBet. It is Friday, December 20th. This is the last episode of the season. So let's welcome our host and not so much a guest, but he's also a co-host. Naveen, Nico is the last one of the year, last one of the season. How do you guys feel about that?
Sad. I feel like time went by so fast. I'm gonna miss seeing everybody, but we're not gonna be gone for long. And we have one more awesome episode today.
Yes, that's right. Nico, parang it's gonna be maybe a few weeks until we go back. Meron ka
a few
bang,
weeks.
what do you feel right now?
What do I feel right now?
Oh.
Parang medyo may sakit ako ngayon eh. Pero kidding aside, I'm just really... mamimiss ko kayo. Like, di ko kayo, kasi sanay ako na 3 times a week tayo, di ba? And then hopefully sa January, di ba, same schedule siguro ulit, hopefully. And then continue the basketball action.
We're gonna continue talking about the NBA. And for today, just like the usual, we're gonna be talking about what's hot, so you know what's happening around the world of the NBA. We're gonna be giving you trivia questions so you could win amazing prizes from 1xBet. And we're gonna be doing predictions to help you make smarter picks. So first, what's going on around the NBA? What's hot? Number 1, LeBron James breaks another NBA record, becomes all-time leader in minutes played, and he surpasses Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 57,447 minutes. So, yes, he's old, but he's still breaking records.
Yeah, it just speaks about the longevity of LeBron James, the kind of work that he did to put himself in this position, diba? I mean, there are so many mga YouTube videos out there or even in documentaries on Netflix about how he has taken care of his body. Yung sinasabi doon, Navs na 1 million per year, just focused on his body, on recovery.
Right. Yeah, if I had 1 million a year to spend on my body, I'd be like trotting my body everywhere. No, I'm just joking. This just speaks to, like Nico said, the longevity of LeBron, the dedication, not just physically, because physical is one aspect, but it's mental too, right? When you're playing 82 games a season, you're on the road half of the time, you're away from your family, you're away from your friends, and that doesn't count for the playoffs, the intensity, the pressure, the criticism, the hate sometimes. It's a sign of how strong not only physically LeBron is, but how mentally prepared he is to tackle the challenges of the life of being an NBA superstar. And you just have to give him credit for that because, I mean, no one else has done what he has done, right?
Regardless of what people say about him, regardless whether people are saying, you know what, it's time to retire, father time is catching up, you cannot doubt his contribution in the NBA, and he's still breaking milestones after milestones, and he's gonna be remembered for decades and decades to come. Now let's talk about what's hot. Number 2, Jordan Clarkson and Ron Holland ejected for squaring up in the Jazz Pistons game. They were doing this. Let's watch this.
Bucket good. KC, they are getting into it.
Yeah, that was
again.
Reed. That was all
KC
Reed.
goes to fists. He was ready to get after it. Both benches clear away. Or at least the Jazz keep their cool and stay off the floor.
Well, Paul Reed really initiated that.
Yes, he did. It was not 1 but 2 bumps.
Yeah, and the first one was kind of.
Okay, this was just so funny to me.
Yeah.
How they were literally, it looked like they were gonna go in a boxing ring. There was intent to fight. Pero if you read the comment section, ang dami nagsasabi na, we all know Jordan Clarkson's not gonna say anything, he's just posing. So it was funny in the comment section. Did you guys watch this game?
Pero Pilipino yan eh. Alam mong idol niya si Manny Pacquiao, so you'll never know. Pero alam naman natin na veterans like him are aware na if he throws a punch, it's automatic 10 games minimum.
Yeah. Sayang din yung pera, I mean.
Kaya they were waiting to see who would throw the first punch.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what's happening.
Look, this is fake fighting.
Yeah.
In the NBA, it's all about fake fighting. You pretend like you want to fight each other to show, oh, I'm this, I'm that, angas ako. But then you're just waiting for the teammates to really break it up so you actually don't fight. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you might be taken over by the heat of the moment. You might want to actually impose your physical intimidation, but we all know that when things cool down, they'll be like, oh man, that's gonna cost me like millions of dollars. I won't get to help my team. So, and we don't want to see fighting ultimately. I mean, some people might, but in the large scale of things, you don't want to see people like fighting on the court.
We don't want to see anybody injured. Buti na lang, it didn't go to that point where they were actually exchanging punches and getting like a suspension.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, wala namang atang suspension para doon. No? It's
Wala. Fine siguro. For
just-
sure fine.
Yeah.
ejected. Okay, pero kung may fight man na nangyari, ako boboto ako kay Jordan Clarkson doon.
Pinoy pride.
Siyempre.
Now, let's move on to what's hot. Number 3, we have the highlight 2025 Hall of Fame candidates. Okay, sino dito sa mga nakalista sa 2025 Hall of Fame that you would want to be part of it, to win?
I mean, sa candidates naman na yan, pwede silang 4, diba? Pero feel ko yung mga kalusot is Marc Gasol, Dwight, and Carmelo. I feel like Amari might might miss it. Kasi may voting pen eh. If he's gonna make it. So, feel ko it's Marc, Dwight, and Carmelo Anthony. Imagine mo, naabutan pa natin yung playing careers nila. Tapos ngayon, they're at a point na they're gonna be nominated na.
Who would you
Hall of
vote
Fame.
for?
Well, I'm biased in this regard, Carmelo Anthony. Because growing up, Carmelo was one of those guys I would watch. Diba? Like, kasi in the Philippines, we watch the NBA games 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, sometimes 7 in the morning, sometimes not 3, 4 in the morning pa eh. So, you had to be selective about which teams and which players you wanted to watch. Sacrifice your sleep for, sacrifice your mornings for. And to me, Carmelo was one of those guys. He didn't win an MVP, he didn't win a championship, and some people would say that he was even overrated. And you know what? I would maybe agree to some degree that he was a bit overrated, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't fun to watch. I enjoyed seeing him go to work in the post, scoring on NBA 2K games back in the day. He was automatic, easy buckets. So I would love to see Melo get his respect and go to the Hall of Fame. And I do want to shout out one guy who's not a player. His name is Mickey Arison. He's actually a team owner. He's the owner of the Miami Heat. Yeah. So he's also nominated to join the Hall of Fame. And I would love to see him join the Hall of Fame because of what he's done to make Miami an A-class organization, in my opinion.
Sa inyo, down the list, right there. Sino ba sa tingin nyo ang deserving to get the Hall of Fame? Write it down below. We want to know and engage with us kasi may perks para doon. At hindi lang yan ang perks namin dito. Siyempre, we're gonna test your knowledge when it comes to the NBA. We're gonna give you trivia questions and see if you get this right. But first, siguraduhin tama ang inyong mechanics to increase your chances of winning. Here's how.
We're gonna look for 5 winners to win at least 1,000 pesos of 1xBet vouchers. And all you guys gotta do is like and follow Basket Pinas on Facebook at Basket Pinas PH. Share the live stream on your Facebook page and make sure your profile is set to public. Comment your answer for our fast break question of the day during the live stream. And don't forget to use the hashtag #BasketPinas. And lastly, watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of the winners with the correct answers.
All right, now that you know how to win, sana you get this correct. Let's go to fast break question number 1.
Which team drafted LeBron James?
Pamigay na to. Sobrang dali na to. Which team drafted LeBron James? Write it down below. Again, use the hashtag BasketPinas. Share this live. Make sure it's public. Good luck. Let's see who will get that later on. That's fast break question number 1. We got 2 more happening later. But first, we're gonna do a recap of the most exciting games. So pumili kami ng mga favorite games namin. We have 3 for you. This one, first we'll talk about the Memphis Grizzlies. Oh my goodness. Destroying the Golden State Warriors 144-93. This has got to be one of the worst games for the Golden State Warriors. Okay, let's do a recap of what happened.
Basically, sinira ko yung laptop ko nung pinapanood ko itong laro na. Joke lang, hindi ko sisira yung laptop ko. Close to it though. Pero grabe, that was a game that was really embarrassing. And
So embarrassing.
I think Naveen and I talked about this before na it's one of those games na you burn the tape. It's a kind of games that you just forget about it. Hindi wala ka na kailangan i-analyze dyan eh.
Wala, nakakahiya kayo.
Yan yung mga tipong, pangit ng laro nyo. Okay, kalimutan na natin yan. Ganun na yun. But it's really embarrassing considering na Steph Curry and Draymond Green played one of the worst games in their lives.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the stats for that. Kasi ang nangyari dito, well, they lost by 51 points. 31 down half. Okay, take a look at this. So si Draymond Green,
My goodness.
first ever career Tony Snell game. Sa loob ng 19 minutes, he had 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 blocks,
Zero lahat.
and 0 out of 4 field goal percentage. Si Steph Curry naman, oh my gosh, 2 points? 2 points! No rebounds, 1 assist, at ilan yung turnover? Dalawa ata yung
Wala rin
turnover
siyang
niya
three-pointer,
dito.
Mara. Wala rin siyang three-pointer.
Wala siyang
during that
three-pointers
game.
as well. Seeing the stats, Naveen, were you mind-blown, surprised? What violent reaction?
So, I'd take out my belt right now and show what Memphis did to Golden State, but that might
Pinalo
take a while.
sila?
So, let me show you guys na lang. Parang ganito yan, oh.
They spanked them in your face. Anong best three-pointers? Hey, what was that game? Diba we were just talking about last episode where it was a high-scoring game, ang daming three-pointers. Pero look at what happened now. Like, they were
Yeah.
able to limit Draymond Green and Steph Curry. How were they able to do that?
I think it was one of those games where Memphis got off to a blistering start because when you look at the stats, they shot a franchise record 27 three-pointers.
Yes,
And
27.
Golden State, you don't even have to look. You just know that they suck from three-point
Just
range today. Yeah.
7!
And
7.
Steph Curry had 2 points, Draymond Green had 0 points. So Nico's right. It's a burn-the-tape game. It's one of those just really bad days that happen to every team. I think ultimately though, large scale, the way I perceive this is Golden State, as they're currently constructed, is not good enough to be a contender in the NBA. I think Nico would agree with that too.
I agree.
Because when you look at the West, Memphis is number 2 in the West, and Memphis looks like they've overtaken Golden State. Then there's still other teams on the rise: Dallas, Oklahoma City, Houston, even Denver's still formidable. The Lakers are catching up again. So this just reinforces the thought that Golden State needs to make a trade. They need to make a move because Steph Curry is not getting any younger. And sayang naman yung prime years of Steph if you're not gonna give him another superstar. Let's just hope it's not Jimmy Butler.
Tsaka parang, if you take a look at the game, tinalo sila yung Golden State ng defense and rebounds. Wala silang matinong big. Puro guards.
Yun nga napansin ko rin dito na yung guys like Santi Aldama, when he's getting double-doubles, it's gonna be one hell of a long night. Mga ganyan, is bench player, 21 points, 14 rebounds. Wala magawa si Draymond sa kanya. And also the depth about the Grizzlies, no? That they currently have. So, tama si Navs, they look more ready to go deep in the Western Conference than the Golden State Warriors.
Nakakalungkot to see walang three-pointer si Steph Curry. And wow! So for sure kung, Golden State Warriors fan ka, so talagang very upsetting for you.
Kasi siguro nagkasakit.
Describe your emotions.
Ayun, kaya nagkasakit ako na nakita ko yung result na yun. Sabi ko,
Dahil doon.
Dahil doon.
Sobrang na bad vibes ka.
Sobrang na bad vibes.
Bumaba yung immunity mo.
Bumaba yung immunity. Kung mga ganyang laro, dapat di ko
Parang
na
hindi na lang
sinisilip.
nagising dapat eh. No?
Parang,
Natulog ka na lang
ayun naman.
dapat,
Gusto ko magising.
They need a big man. They need a big man
Kailangan ng big
here.
man.
Now, another big win for our next one. New York Knicks defeated Minnesota Timberwolves 133-107. So this was a statement win over the Timberwolves. Domination from start to finish. It was actually a blowout already entering the first half.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of Karl Anthony Towns just being that guy for the Knicks. He was very emotional. May tribute pa daw. May video tribute for Kat. 32 points, 20 rebounds, 6 assists. It's crazy numbers. And I kind of predicted it last time na sabi ko na if hindi siya mag-40 points, baka 30 and 20. And then, yun nga, naka 30 and 20 si Kat.
This is his first game back, diba?
Yeah.
First game back in Minnesota, and I'm not surprised. I always felt like New York had the better end of the stick, got the better end of the stick when it comes to the trade with Kat and Julius Randle.
This was actually the most points allowed by the Timberwolves this season after holding their opponents 92 points or fewer in the previous 7 games. So what went wrong here for them?
I think it was a matter of New York really catching fire. We've talked about how New York is an elite offense, and this Minnesota team just doesn't seem to have the same defensive identity that they did last season. Now, to be fair, Minnesota's defense had been playing better as of late. They'd limited opponents to, I think it was below 100 points for consecutive games, which is very impressive in 2024. I think in the large picture, though, it was not a good game from Julius Randle for me. In fact, there were some possessions there where the body language was so off and he looked like he wasn't really giving effort. So I just keep an eye out on that, see if maybe that Julius Randle-Minnesota relationship will sour sooner than later.
Let's see what happens there. Up next, our last favorite game for the past couple of days. For the past day, it's the LA Lakers, 113-100 defeating Sacramento Kings. And one thing that stood out was In the fourth quarter, Anthony Davis fell on the floor, stayed down for several moments before getting up, and he was limping. Now, he stayed in the game and immediately made a big defensive stop. Let's take a look at what happened there. Recap.
Yeah, for this one, it's a close game. Pero at maraming points din na nagtatay yung game between the Lakers and the Kings.
That was a good
But
one.
it's just a matter of just the Lakers just having, it's just the breaks of the game. Not saying na malayo yung talent ng Lakers sa Kings. In a way nga, the Kings on paper have more depth. But it's just that the star power of Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And as having a guy like Austin Reeves as your player of the game makes you... that's what got them over the hump, no? What made them separate themselves from the Kings. So whenever a third guy shows up or a fourth guy, because you already know that LeBron and AD will always be there to deliver.
Parang, this is not the first time Anthony Davis fall. Like, he's making a habit of falling down. Ano ba nangyayari sa kanya? Wala na yung balance niya. What's happening to him?
Yeah, I think just because he plays really hard and, he has long limbs, his body's a little lanky. But sometimes that just happens. You fall down, and when you're a big man, and obviously when you fall down as a big man, it's a little more scary because, lower body injuries for big men can be very serious sometimes for your career, right? But ultimately, Anthony Davis dominated his matchup against Domantas Sabonis. He's the best player in the Lakers. He propelled them. He's their identity. If you look at AD, the fact that he can dominate defensively and also be such a strong presence in offense, AD leads and the Lakers follow. Now, LeBron is the leader, the rah leader. But in terms of on-the-court performance, I think the more that the Lakers play through Anthony Davis and the better he plays, the better their chances are.
Tama, kasi they say nga, if AD has an off night, the whole team has an off night. If he performs well, the whole team performs well. But sana wag ka na lang mahulog na mahulog. Let's practice with a balance board or something so it doesn't fall. Now, we want you guys to win more prizes. We're gonna go to our next trivia question. Pero, kailangan namin i-remind kayo kung paano nga ba sumali. And here's how.
Yan, naghahanap kami ng 5 winners para manalo ng 1,000 pesos worth of 1xBet vouchers. All you guys gotta do is like and follow Basket Pinas on Facebook at Basket Pinas PH. Share the live stream on your Facebook page and make sure your profile is set to public. Number 3, comment your answer for our fast break question of the day during the live stream. Number 4, don't forget to use the hashtag #BasketPinas. And lastly, watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of the winners with the correct answers.
All right, get ready because fast break question number 2 is coming up.
Who holds the record for most assists in NBA history?
Alam niyo ba to? Who holds the record for most assists in the NBA history? Write it down below. Use the #BasketPinas. And good luck sa inyo. And now, bum 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 bum. You know that sound?
Favorite part ni Mara.
Game time! Okay, we're gonna do a game called Shoot the Facts, but this time we're gonna have madami. We're gonna have best of 9. So it's gonna be
Best
first
of 9.
Best of 9. First to 5. Okay? We're gonna ask you some questions and just yell it out loud. It has to be, if it's a name, it has to be the full name.
Okay.
Okay? All right, game. Hey, you guys can answer along. Answer along. Let's start. Shoot the facts. First question.
Focus.
Woo. Which player is credited with inventing the
God.
slam dunk?
What?
Julius Irving?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Will Chamberlain?
Bill Russell?
George Mikan?
No. Sabi niyo madali lang.
What was this? 1960 something?
Sino po kaya?
Give us a hint na lang.
Oh, may hint ba?
The last name has a fruit in it.
Huh.
DJ Strawberry? Parang ganun ba?
Okay, we will pass. Pass. It's Joe Fortenberry.
Oh my God, wala
I have never heard of this person in my life.
Okay,
Fortenberry.
next.
0-0 pa. Grabe na, napiga tayo.
Let's do next.
Pinagsama na yung brain cells natin dun.
Who holds the record for the
Klay
most
Thompson.
points scored in the single quarter?
Klay Thompson.
Okay, Klay Thompson. Pero let's finish. Let's finish the question. Okay, Klay Thompson. All right. 1 point. 1 point, 1 point. Okay, next. So 1 for Nico. Next question. Who was the first player to win Rookie of the Year, MVP, and Finals MVP in the same season?
Wes Unseld?
Hindi.
No.
Wow.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Magic Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Magic Johnson. Rookie of the
Question. Do
Year,
we finish the
MVP.
question muna before we answer?
Yes.
Okay, for moving
Yes.
forward lang.
Let me finish the question.
Magic Johnson.
Okay.
West answer ka lang ko.
Yeah,
Makuha nila
that
din
was
answer.
answer
Kasi yun yung last time, di ba?
Okay, next. Let's keep it rolling. Who was the first player to average a triple-double in multiple seasons?
Oscar Robertson.
Is it? Ay!
Hindi ba si Oscar
First player to
Robertson?
average a triple-double? No.
Russell Westbrook?
Russell Westbrook is the right
Really?
answer.
Multiple seasons.
Yes,
Ang
multiple
unang inisip,
seasons.
wow, okay.
Yeah. I
Russell
thought so too.
Westbrook. Okay, next.
Tricky.
What's the running score?
2-1 nata.
2-1. Which player has won the most NBA sportsmanship award?
Let me think.
Mike Conley?
Chauncey Billups.
Mike Conley is the right
Really?
answer. Wow! Okay, we are tied.
He just
We
seems
are
like a nice
tied.
guy.
We are
Parang alam ko
tied.
nanalo siya eh.
Okay. Let's keep it rolling. Next. So 2-all tayo ngayon. 2-all. What team drafted Vince Carter?
Toronto Raptors.
Golden State Warriors.
And the Golden State Warriors.
Oh,
Trade yun eh. For Anto.
traded.
Nag-trade sila.
The Golden State Warriors. But he made such an impact for the Toronto Raptors. Okay, up next.
Insanity.
Next. What team drafted Chris Paul?
New Orleans?
Siya ba? Yung
Ay, wait! Yes! New Orleans. Nakalagay is Hornets.
Yun yung old name nila.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Old name nila New Orleans.
How many questions pa?
Best of 9.
So may 9.
First to 5.
Malapit na. So,
First to
abot
5.
naman.
We're 3-all right now.
Abot tayo.
3-all. Let's get it rolling. Next question. Who was the first player to lead the league in both scoring and assists in the same season?
Will Chamberlain?
No.
Bill Russell?
No.
Bob Cousy? Jerry West?
Larry Bird?
Magic Johnson?
Hindi naman sa score yun.
George Mikan?
No.
John Havlicek?
No.
Huh.
Mark Jackson?
Oscar Robertson?
No, I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds and then we move on. 5, 4, 3,
Wes Unseld?
2,
Wes Onson na naman.
1.
Go to, no?
Wes Onson
And
go
the right answer is... I wonder if the people in the comments...
Oh,
Si
Tiny
Tiny.
Nate.
Okay. Next. Oh my gosh. Okay, the next one.
You know it. Like,
Yeah. Next one. So nobody gets that point. Wait for me to finish the question.
yeah.
Which player has won the most NBA scoring titles?
Michael
Jordan.
See, Naveen. Naveen got it first. Okay, oh my God. One more Naveen wins. And Nico needs 2. So it's 4-3 at the moment. First to 5 points. Next. Who holds the record for the most steals in the NBA history?
John Stockton.
Oh,
Stockton ba? Di ko alam.
yes!
Artist nga sasagutin ko eh.
Naveen won. Congratulations! Congratulations.
Ako lemon lang yun.
Thank you.
Okay. And the consequence is lemon. Pero may sinabi si Prod, nagsumbong sila sa akin. Siguraduhin ko daw na you actually drink the lemon. Kasi si Naveen daw, kinakagat lang.
But I'm supposed to suck it by biting it, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna bite it.
Oo,
Yeah.
tapos squeeze.
Okay.
Okay, squeeze. Squeeze! Squeeze! Oh, kailangan makita namin.
Kita niyo yung veins ko, diba?
Kailangan makita na yung fiber is actually like, boom. Ilan ba? Isa lang ba?
There's 4 here.
There's 4.
There's 4? Okay, ayan.
Isa pa.
Okay. Ang tip dito, wag muna mag-brush ng teeth pagkatapos mag-lemon. Para
Alam ko it's good eh.
That's after. Para you don't scrub off the enamel in your
Meron
teeth.
siyang mga ano eh.
That's
It's
one.
good.
Pero hey, alam mo, you're meant to lose. Because that's full of vitamin C. At may sakit ka dahil sa Golden State Warriors loss.
Bagay nga, kailangan ko.
Kailangan mo yan. So, tiisin mo. That's two. I guess all four, no? Apat yung nalagay nila eh.
Third pa lang.
Okay, one more.
Kapal naman ito. Sino nag-cut nito?
It's good for you. And then squeeze at the same time. So this is good for your... Actually, drinking lemon is good for your gut. It increases the production of hydrochloric acid and bile. So it's going to break down the undigested fat and undigested protein.
Put it sa water.
Dapat may water, like 500 ml. Alam mo, sa mga manonood natin, that's a health tip. First thing in the morning, dapat mag-hydrate kayo. Uminom kayo ng tubig with lemon or calamansi. Hindi dapat kape. Kailangan yung kape 2 hours after you wake up. Yun ang tip.
And with food in your stomach.
Ako talaga meant to lose. Kailangan ko magpaano.
Yeah,
I like it.
Lemon, pampataas ng resistensya. Okay, guys, if you like that and if you think you can do stuff like that, we will invite you here in the studio for our game show called Basket Pinas Time Out. So we take a look at the people, yung mga nagko-comment dyan, yan ang perks. Yan ang aming pa-thank you sa inyo. We invite you to the studio para naman magkaroon kayo ng chance sa marami ng mga pa-premyo. As much as 15,000 pesos. Pag kayo nanalo at kapag natalo kayo, walang loser dito. Pwede pa rin kayo manalo ng 5,000 pesos. Brought to you by 1xBet. Hindi lang yan, but wait, there's more! Mamimigay din kami ng vouchers just for signing up. Are you ready, Nico?
Ready na ready. hindi naman to spicy. So, okay na ako. Actually, masarap nga sa lalamunan. No?
Oh,
So,
diba?
we have a 12K welcome bonus para sa mga new account on 1xBet. Register na using our promo code BPINAS. All caps lang, guys. Message Basket Pinas page on Facebook kung may question kayo. At may sasagot agad dyan. If you guys want to place your bets on the coming NBA games, just go to 1xBet and use our promo code BPINAS. Link is in the pinned comment section below.
And now, we're about to help you with the predictions because sports betting is all about making smarter picks. You have to take a look at the stats. You have to make smart choices, not just a guessing game. That's why we're here just for you. We're going to be breaking down Milwaukee Bucks versus Cleveland Cavaliers happening December 21st, 8:30 in the morning. So the Bucks right now, number 5 in the East, 3-game win streak. The Cavs, number 1 in the East, 2-game win streak.
Pero grabe, no? Ibig sabihin nun, walang Dame, no?
I think walang din.
Pero ganun yung swing niya, wala lang Dame, so si Giannis lang.
I'm guessing Giannis wala din, if ever.
Ooh.
Maybe, if the odds are like that. Maybe that's what they're expecting, that the two main guys will rest. Because they did just win the NBA Cup, diba?
Yes, they just won the NBA Cup.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's take a look at head-to-head. Let's see who we're comparing for this game.
Yan, sabihin natin maglaro si Giannis. Look at that, those stats.
Wow.
37.7 points, 11.5 rebounds, 6 assists. While Evan Mobley had 18.4, 8.9, 2.6. Pero I mean, kahit same position sila, in a way. Yung trabaho kasi ni Evan Mobley is mainly to patrol the paint, give you the occasional 3 points here and there while spacing the floor. While Giannis naman talaga, that is your system. That is where everything goes through for the Milwaukee Bucks. So I hope he plays para makita natin yung matchup na yan, if how Evan Mobley could slow him down. Tingnan natin. It's gonna be a double. It's gonna be two guys dapat na nakatingin kay Giannis. It's gonna be Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
There's an old video that's resurfacing right now talking about Giannis and the effect of having his brother around. His brother was taken out because of an injury and then came back as an assistant coach. Can you re-summarize the video? I think I sent it kanina sa GC.
Yeah, basically it's like a mental aspect where Giannis performs better when his brother is there because there's someone he completely trusts, right? And you'd have to understand Giannis's journey to comprehend why that's important to him. You know, he made it out of tough streets in Africa. Before going to Greece, he used to sell items in the street for his family to survive. So his brothers have always been like the key parts of his life, the constants, right? And sometimes, you know, I think we can relate to this even if we're not NBA players, that there are just some people in our lives that seeing them there, having their presence around just makes us puts us in a place where we can perform at our best. So if that's the case and that's what Giannis's brother means to him, and this is the kind of performances you're going to get out of Giannis, so why not, diba?
It was really interesting kasi pinag-uusapan doon na kahit fourth quarter, he's looking for his brother, and then his teammates are like, dude, we're in the fourth quarter right now.
We're in the finals game.
In the finals game. And it's interesting because now that his brother is an assistant coach, nakuha nila yung NBA Cup. And that's something like, wow, what an impact. Now, let's take a vote here. Who do we think is gonna win? And why?
At least one of Dame and Giannis has to be here to at least have a chance. Pero feel ko it will be Cleveland. Kasi they wanna, of course, sila naman yung we wanna beat the champs in a way. So Cleveland ako.
Yeah, I think Cleveland will win. But you know what? If I win like one of those 1xBet vouchers in 1,000, I wouldn't mind gambling it on the Bucks. Because I believe Chris Middleton is expected to play, so is Brook Lopez. And sometimes, even when your star players are out, the other guys get an opportunity to have more shots, to show what they're capable of, and that can inspire them to play their best games. And sometimes when the other team realizes that the star players of the other squad are out, they might take the opponents for granted. So my bet is I think Cleveland wins because Cleveland has been consistent with winning all season. But I wouldn't completely count out Milwaukee, even without Giannis and Dame.
I would go for the Cavs as well. They're doing really well and they're number one right now. So all of us, we're gonna go for the Cavs. Locking it in. Up next, it's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder versus Miami Heat, happening December 21st at 9 in the morning. So OKC, they're number one right now, 5-game win streak. The Heat, number 6, and they've just lost a game. So the best out in the West versus the 6th. What do we think about this game?
Well, it's a game wherein I feel like it's gonna be trending towards the OKC Thunder considering they have the most pieces nga, no? And for the Miami Heat naman, it's more of the impending maybe Jimmy Butler trade. It's like a cloud that's been there in Miami. And a head-to-head matchup na gusto ko tingnan dito is between Tyler Hero and SGA. Yung kay SGA, MVP candidate obviously, but we cannot discount Tyler Hero, right? So kay SGA, 30 points, 5 rebounds, 6.3 assists. Tyler Hero, close to 25 and 5 averages. Is he a candidate for most improved player? Pwede, no? Or hindi ba?
I don't think so.
Why don't you think
Because
so?
he averaged like 21 a game last season.
So parang hindi pa to.
Yeah, he's taken up a level but not like significantly.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this is gonna be a fun matchup. I feel that Oklahoma City, we know how good they are. We know how stacked they are. Even for a young team, they're really good defensively. And I feel like Miami, as of late, you know, they haven't been winning all their games, but they've been winning more than losing after a slow start to the season. Actually, I think I'm gonna go Miami here.
Oh,
Miami ka
why?
dito.
Yeah, because Oklahoma City actually played today. So this will be their second consecutive game on the road. Second game of a back-to-back. And Miami, I think, has like 4 or 5 days of rest. And it's their home court. So I'm gonna go Miami just because of the rest factor.
Okay, because of the rest factor.
Yeah.
How about you, Nico?
Baka mag-Miami rin ako actually kasi yung may factor talaga yung back-to-back. Tapos, mas pagod ng Thunder compared sa Miami. Mainly only because of that.
Even though they've won, OKC has won 5 straight games?
Well, they lost the NBA Cup, no? Pero more of from that. Tapos ito, sa laro, sa previous game nila kanina. Talagang factor yun eh. Especially pag yung mga nagbe-bet, some people look at back-to-back ba tong team na to? Ano yung rest ng team na to? So just because of that, I might lean on to Miami.
Okay. Eh di magma-Miami din ako.
Sama-sama tayo.
Sama-sama tayo dyan. All right. Heat for us. Now, we're gonna give you another chance to win more vouchers from 1xBet. We're gonna go to our next fast break question. But first, eto ang ating mechanics.
Ulit, harap kami ng 5 winners to win 1,000 pesos worth of 1xBet vouchers. First thing you guys gotta do is like and follow Basket Pinas on Facebook at Basket Pinas PH. Share the live stream on your Facebook page and make sure your profile is set to public. Comment your answer for our fast break question of the day. And don't forget to use the hashtag #BasketPinas. And lastly, watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of the winners with the correct answers.
All right, and now get ready because this is fast break question number 3. Here we go.
Which player has the nickname The Truth?
The truth.
Okay, which player has the nickname The Truth? At hindi ito si Brandon Vera.
The truth din para siya. Oo nga pala.
Alam niyo ba yun? Kung sino mga ba yun? Write it down below. Next is gonna be the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Atlanta Hawks happening December 22nd, 8:30 in the morning. So the Grizzlies are number 2 right now in the West. They've just won. The Hawks are number 7 with a 2-game losing streak. So we got an interesting head-to-head here as well. Let's talk about the two superstar guards.
Yeah, the head-to-head matchup here is something that I always wanna. I wanna watch this. Ja Morant versus Trae Young, all-star guards, 22 points, 4.7 rebounds, 8.4 assists for Ja. While Trae Young, 21.5 points, 12 assists, and 4 rebounds. It's a matchup na two different play styles, no? But with Trae Young now, mas na-unlock niya. I think this is the most assists that he has been dishing out ever since being drafted in 2018, while Ja is adjusting his game to lessening the dunks and more of just being decisive with his moves. Wala na masyadong yung pagka-crash ng katawan sa mga defenders because that might cause injuries. But for this one, I might lean on the Hawks just because na the Grizzlies are coming off a huge win, diba? Anyway, pwede maging kampante na at lang naman. That could creep into their heads. So, I might go for the Hawks here considering na believe rin naman sa defense sila.
Based sa head-to-head, who do you like better?
As a player,
Sa player, individually.
I would take Ja Morant. I like Ja Morant more. I feel like he's back on the game. And that's not to say that Trae Young's not a good player. He's also a good player. But I like Ja Morant's impact more. But for this game, I think I'm gonna kind of lean on the Hawks. So I feel like Atlanta plays better at home. And I feel like the way Memphis plays kind of matches the way Atlanta likes to play. Also high octane, scoring, running up and down. And the Hawks seem to be a good team, especially in the clutch when they play on their home court. So I'm gonna go with the home team in this game.
Home team. I'm gonna
ATL
go with the Grizzlies.
Okay, Grizzlies si Mara.
Grizzlies, and the Hawks. Okay, just because Grizzlies, they're coming off a win. Yeah, and they have the momentum. They're number 2 right now. So Grizzlies ako for this one. Up next, it's gonna be Golden State Warriors. Babawi kaya sila versus the Minnesota Timberwolves happening December 22nd. So the Golden State right now, they're number 10. Bumaba sila ng pababa. 3-game losing streak. Timberwolves are number 8 in the West. They've just lost. Warriors
Medyo
are
na-offend
struggling.
ako dun, Mara. Parang naawa.
Kasi pababa
Nakita
sila
ng Golden State
They
Warriors.
keep on, okay, they would lose 5, win 1, then lose again, and then palala ng palala. And the last one, right, they lost by 51 points. So, yes, they could bawi, pero parang, I don't know, down ba yung morale nila ngayon because of what happened last time?
Napansin ko lang sa show natin, they started off at 3, then next show natin, naging 5 sila.
Yes.
Next episode natin, 7, tapos 8, tapos ngayon 10.
10!
So anyway, like yung matchup dito to note off is Steph Curry and Anthony Edwards. I mean, superstar guards. One is on the tail end, considering he's 35, 36, but the numbers look like he's still in his prime. Well, Ant, it's what you expect, no? 26.2 points, 5.4 rebounds, 3.2 assists. Grabe talaga yung rebounding ni Curry. He's one of those guards. Ang galing talaga knowing where the ball might land. But the Warriors need to integrate Dennis Schroeder here and maybe get back that morale and win over a playoff team like the Wolves. This is their 3rd matchup in the month of December. Diba? Nakadalawa na sila in this month alone. So may revenge factor yung Minnesota because they lost to the Warriors last time. So let's see. Baka mag-Minnesota ako dito.
Natatawa lang ako dun sa picture kanina kasi nakaganan si
Night.
Steph Curry, night. Pero according to what he showed last game, siya yung...
Sure na night. 2 points lang.
Siya yung natutulog last game. So what about you, Naveen? I mean, sa standings, Timberwolves are higher. They're number 8 right now. The Golden State, they might, ego might factor in. They might want to bounce back. But according to their performance lately, and the Timberwolves can see the lapses in their, especially dun sa last game, how would you break down this matchup?
I think it's a game between two teams that aren't sure what their identities are, right? Because Golden State just made the trade for Schroeder Early on, they were a team that relied on their depth and played around their best player, which is Steph Curry. But that depth hasn't been as strong a factor as of late. And if you look at Steph's numbers, I think these are the least amount of points he's averaged in years. And if you look at the Timberwolves, some games they're awesome on defense, but some games they're horrid on defense, like today against New York. So I think these are two teams still trying to figure out who they want to be, what their best, personality is. So by default, I think I'm gonna go Minnesota because of home court advantage here.
Home court advantage, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Ako din. Mag-Minnesota ako kasi right now parang ang gulo ng Golden State Warriors.
Gulo talaga.
And
Gulo.
the fact na 0-0-0-0 like
Ibang klase nga, nakita ng Draymond Green na gano'n.
And then si Steph Curry 2 points. Something is happening and possibly something is happening behind the scenes that something's happening behind the scenes as well that's reflecting inside the court, and I cannot vote for them right now with the way things are. And sa standings, Minnesota Timberwolves are higher. They've just lost, but the Golden State 3-game losing streak so it might be another loss for them. It might go to 4 losing streak. Okay, so Minnesota. All right, now we're gonna be doing other predictions. We won't explain it that much. We'll just tell you who we think are gonna win. We're gonna start off December 21st, tomorrow. The Hornets, Charlotte Hornets versus Philadelphia 76ers happening 8 in the morning.
Baka mag-Charlotte ako dito as long as LaMelo's there. Alam ko walang Brandon Miller, di ba? Pero LaMelo, sige, laban ako sa Hornets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Oh, Philadelphia. I have no faith in the Sixers right now. Not just with the way they're performing, so I would go for the Hornets as well. Hornets! 2 Hornets, 1 76ers. Okay, next day after that is gonna be December 22nd. LA Clippers versus Dallas Mavericks. Ooh, I like the Dallas.
Dallas ako.
Yeah, Dallas.
Dallas locking it in. So all of us, we have faith sa Mavericks. That's gonna be 9:30 in the morning, by the way. Up next, Portland Trailblazers versus San Antonio Spurs.
Ooh.
Spurs.
Portland.
Okay, we won't explain it. It's just that 9:30 in the morning. And lastly, Detroit Pistons versus the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix.
Yes, ako din. The Suns. All of us. We're gonna go to the Suns. All right, we hope that helps you out because we want to make sure that you guys bet responsibly. When it comes to sports betting, it is a strategy. So if you missed the first part of this, all you have to do is go back and rewind this because we're at Basket Pinas PH on Facebook and also on YouTube. Now we're going to go back to the fast break questions and see if you got that right. And did you win? Let's see. First, we're going to go back to fast break question number 1.
Which team drafted LeBron James?
Which team drafted LeBron James? Sana alam nyo to, this is super easy. As in, almost pamigay kasi we want you to win. Tignan natin. Cleveland Cavaliers. Up next is fast break question number 2.
Who holds the record for most assists in NBA history?
Who holds the record for most assists in NBA history? The answer is John Stockton. And now the last fast break question of the day.
Which player has the nickname The Truth?
The truth. Ang katotohanan. Ang tamang sagot ay Paul Pierce. All right, I hope you got it right. At least one of the 3. If you got 3 out of 3, mas high ang chances nyo to win. Let's see if your name is in this announcement. Congratulations sa lahat ng ating mga winners. All 5 of you, boom! Ayun, all 5 of you will win 1,000 pesos and 1xBet vouchers, each of you. So just send us a DM, PM, to find out how to claim your prize. At sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, you can always watch the show again if you miss us. Kasi we're gonna be gone for a few weeks. Again, our social media on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram is Basket Pinas PH, right over here. Basket Pinas PH. And before we go, we're gonna remind you how to get 12,000 pesos. Here's how.
Meron kaming 12K welcome bonus para sa mga new account on 1xBet. Register now using our promo code BPINAS. All caps lang guys. Message Basket Pinas page kung may question kayo at may sasagot agad dyan. And if you guys want to place your bets on upcoming NBA games, just go to 1xBet and use our promo code BPINAS. Link is in the pinned comment section below.
All right. Oh, that concludes the last episode of Season 4. Imagine, 4 seasons na kaagad tayo.
4 seasons.
Last episode of the year. I'm going to miss both of you. We don't know when we're going to be back next year. So, for the last time, I want to make sure that our audience support your podcast, your shows, your social media. Naveen?
So yeah, my podcast is called the Navs Effect Podcast. We just released an episode today. It's a film review. We did a film review on the movie Mufasa, which is out in cinemas now.
Was it good?
It was good. I
Okay.
really enjoyed it. It was worth the watch. And it was live action, but I thought Disney did such a good job putting it together. It was very heartfelt and sentimental. And I have 2 more podcast episodes, sports related, coming out before the year ends. So, and then after that, it's vacation mode for me.
Vacation mode. Ay, ako mas gusto ko magtrabaho eh. So, sana yung season 5 agad-agad. Ikaw naman ni Nico, what are you gonna be doing, Nico, for the rest of the holidays?
Oh yeah, we vacation kami outside the Philippines. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully, makahanap tayo ng mga good deals sa pag-shop outside sa abroad. And, yun lang naman. Gonna be there till January 3.
Oh my God, you know what I would like to see sa mga posts mo? Yung mga kinakain mo doon.
Mga kinakain ko doon?
Yes.
Yeah, actually.
And because a lot of people here, I've never been to Europe, and I'm sure that some of our audience haven't been to Europe as well. We want to experience it with you. So if you could just post yung mga binivisit mo and how it
for
looks.
sure. Oh.
One thing I'm looking forward to is Switzerland. Kasi every time I see a video on Instagram, I enjoy it so much to a point I make it a goal na to go there because it looks like it's in the movies.
Para
Na
siya
parang
movie set, no?
Sobrang ganda. Parang Lord of the Rings with the mountains.
Well, ako, I am
Waterfalls.
praying na okay na yung condition ko by the time I leave. Kasi hindi ko siya... okay na ako, I think I'm at 70%. Pero by the time I leave, sana nasa 90% na ako. Kasi hindi pwede itong condition na to during cold weather eh. Nakita ko yung -1 sa gabi, -2.
Kaya,
Grabe.
tama lang na natalo ka kanina. Pampataas
Oh,
sa
parang
resistensya.
para
Vitamin
tapos
C.
na kayo. Para maano ko yan.
So please keep on posting.
I will.
Remind them what your social media is.
Yan lang naman at Nico Rocha, yung 3 O sa IG and TikTok.
Bakit 3 ulit?
Kasi yung Nico Rocha sa IG TikTok, nakuha na.
Nakuha na.
Oo, pero sa YouTube hindi pa. So kaya ganyan.
We would love to experience your vacation with
I
you.
will. Hindi
So
naman ako
please
nagkukulang sa
keep
ganyan.
posting. Let's support Naveen's podcast. I love the fact that he's not just doing basketball, he's doing movie reviews as well. So ako kasi minsan, I want to know if it's worth it to watch. So check out his podcast. Nico won't do any podcast soon, but let's experience his vacation with him. Ako naman, you guys can still join us at Magic 89.9 every Monday to Thursday, 6 to 9 a.m. in the morning. We'll look forward to seeing you next year, and thank you for supporting Basket Pinas PH, powered by 1xBet. Keep it good vibes, everybody, and happy holidays! Happy holidays!
And it's snow.
It's snowing! Bye, guys!